And even the workforce, I just don't know, dude. I don't know where
I feel like everybody's
everything's
miserable.
going.
I feel like everybody's miserable, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know at my job, everyone's not miserable, but nobody really wants to be there. Everyone's there because they have to be there.
Yeah,
Nobody's
because
really
they're just trying to
passionate
survive.
about selling groceries.
So they're trying to survive. You know, it's all comes down to just trying to put food on the table for their family and be able to afford health care in case shit goes south.
Yeah.
Man, that's essentially what it is.
People get fulfillment through their kids and through their families and all that,
true.
but
It's
I don't
true.
know. Me being a kid of a family, I mean, I hit a point where I was like, why the fuck did you have me?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
this world's going to shit. What are you thinking? And I have it good.
See, I don't agree with that.
I
I
know.
don't think the world's going to shit.
It's
but
not. But, yeah.
I
mean,
do feel like we're at a point where I know I always harp on this, but it really comes down to the vast amount of income inequality, the ratio of income between the ultra rich and everybody else. Because, I mean, at what point does it become a moral issue where you just have so much fucking money that you literally cannot spend it? Like, there's just not enough in the world to spend all of that money on.
yeah.
And they just want to hold on to it, and everybody wants to avoid, they want to go through all the tax loopholes. And there's one building in the Cayman Islands that houses 18,000 companies so they can avoid paying taxes. And that has a direct impact on everybody else that relies on those taxes to pay for the social programs to help the extreme poverty and the poor people around, not just in the United States, but around the world. And it just, I don't know, man. It maybe I care too much about other people and not worry about myself as much as I should. But I feel like I feel very selfish if I were to think that way, But that's just me. I mean, people can, I got mine, So this is how I feel. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just seems like if the United States is the richest country in the history of the world, why do we have so many people that are fucking miserable?
Right.
Because they're making $7.25 a fucking hour. You think you can live off of that, working 40 hours a week on that? No, I'm sorry,
No.
You can't. You can't. And then people want to say that, oh well, these minimum wage jobs are designed for high school kids and low skilled workers or whatever. And I mean, that may be the case, but that's not reality, because there are people that work those jobs that do have families, and you expect them to go out and get a degree based on what? Based on all the extra money that they're making from working 60 to 80 hours a week just to, like, when do they have the time to do this? Because they have to work so many hours to support their family. And like, oh, well, maybe they shouldn't have had a kid. Well, I mean, you're the one, the Republicans are the one that are anti-abortion. So you only care about the kid until it's born. And then once it's born, you don't want to give the necessary tools for that person to raise that kid in a great environment and give that person the tools to better themselves and get more skills to make more money for themselves. It's just
want to give them their God-given right to life.
Yeah,
it is a vicious cycle.
It really is, and
that's the thing.
I don't know. Everything is related to each other, Yeah. People want to look at single issues and make it seem like that it's the only issue, and this one issue is secular and it's boxed in and it doesn't relate to anything else, which in reality it does. It relates to everything else. you know? But
or to put more importance on one issue, saying this
Yeah.
is the only issue that matters, or I'm only going to vote on this issue.
right. That's another thing that drives me crazy. But
Yeah.
But both the right and left are victims of that. I mean, there's plenty of people on the left that vote on one singular issue. So, especially war, man. People that are anti-war, man, they'll even when Democrats are freaking warmongers, they think the Republicans are the devil in that regard. I'm just like, look, man, there's both sides to that coin, man. Like there's people on the right and the left that are warmongers. But you want to try to vote on one single issue like that? I mean, if you're going to pick, you more than likely you're going to go with the Democratic side because, the Republicans are the ones that put us in these wars that we're in. But it's not all encompassing,
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why we have so many military bases around the world and why we spend so much on freaking defense, but we don't want to take care of people in poverty here by, taking some of that military budget. And
Oh, Ryan, you little snowflake.
I know. I care about the poor. It's very bad.
It's terrible.
I don't care about our military.
They took our gerbs.
Yeah, they don't have enough money over there, Like, come on, man. Like, dude, they have so much money in that fucking military budget. And how much safer are we really than all the other countries that have a military budget? How much safer are we? I mean, the one thing that makes us the most safe is just simply our geography. Because we have two big ass oceans in between, the continents, and we're not in Europe where we're surrounded by other countries. We have two countries that border us, Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna fuck with us. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It just drives me nuts.
Let me ask you this: where were you when the world stopped turning? That September day, Ryan.
Yeah, our military budget really stopped that from happening, didn't it?
Oh.
And then we
world.
decide to attack Iraq, which had no
Here we
part
go.
in it, and they had no. They did not attack us. It wasn't Iraq, but yet we went in there based on a lie. And we're still there. We're still over there.
It's true.
17 years later, we're still over there spending all this money on this.
God, isn't that crazy? We were what? 12 years old when 9/11
We created a
happened.
power
Now we're 29.
vacuum. We created a power vacuum that created ISIS. That's exactly what happened. We overtook that regime. We got Saddam out of there. That created a power vacuum, and ISIS moved in. That's exactly what happened.
Well, I can't argue with that because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well,